Smart growth for Arlington. How should the county board best make decisions that will impact growth when it may mean tearing down or replacing existing venues or housing?
That's kind of the same answer as I had before. What good for whom at what cost? We have a lot of planning documents, and we work that into the planning so people understand what is planned, what is zoned, and what can be done in an area. We're working, as you all know, very hard on keeping the development in a few corridors. So the Roslyn-Ballston corridor, the Columbia Pike corridor, Crystal City basically is like 11% of our land, but has about 35% of the people living in it, and I think we need to keep that. But we need to have plans, we need to work it through with the community, and we constantly need to be revisiting to make sure that it's working out, because things keep changing on what people want, expect, and what we can do. Lately we've been doing a lot of thinking out of the box, so parkland is a huge issue. And we're starting to think about maybe we need to do some more parks on the tops of buildings. Maybe one of the things we need to get from builders down on the Roslyn is to pay for an access over to Teddy Roosevelt Island so people can get there. So we constantly need to be looking at what we're doing. We've got plans, you need to follow those, but constantly seeing how it balances all out. And again, it really is what good for whom at what cost.
I believe that smart growth has largely been successful in Arlington over the past 30 years. It originated primarily with our decision to put Metro underground. But I actually think that Arlington is ready for smarter growth, that the next generation of smart growth, we've got to pay some special attention to some areas that we've not paid enough attention to. First among those is preserving the character of our neighborhoods. I remember coming up through my civic association and representing the neighborhood on the Clarendon Sector Plan update, today's plan for Clarendon. We talked a lot about the character, the hometown retail. How is that going to remain? What's going to happen to these folks? The Queen Bee's, the public shoe store that just went out now. And the truth is we were told by county staff, don't worry about it, they'll find other places to go, it'll be okay. Well, guess what? It hasn't been okay. And I think that we need to do a better job of that. The other area is parks and open space. And the problem is that you can have a little green rectangle on a map, but if you don't have a county board that is willing to stick to that plan, then it doesn't happen. And a good example of that is just very recently, after we had a brand new plan that was just adopted for Roslyn, that called for approximately 1 acre of park space in Roslyn Plaza. We had a developer come in and they came up with 0.81 acres. I don't believe that 0.81 acres is approximately an acre. The Planning Commission didn't believe. They recommended to not approve that project. The county board, including the chair, voted to approve it. We have to stick to our plans.